Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Hi, everyone. Hello. Good morning, Tracy. 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 How you doing? And welcome to Good Morning, Tracy. How's everyone doing today? I was going to show you guys a picture of my setup, but I woke up way too late to show you guys. So I will take a picture soon. Hi, Tiffany Intuition. Hello. Good health to all. Concrete Rose. Good morning, Erin. Hi, Stephen. Solisa, Grand Rising. Good health. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing today? It's about as good as I'm going to get it. How's everyone doing today? Good morning, Miss Net. How are you? Hi, Cinderella. How are you? And she says, good morning to everyone. Hi, Marlene. How are you, sweetie? Good health. Hi, Sarah. Good health. Tracy, looking beautiful as always. Thank you. Good health, Willa Duality. Let me just move over just a little bit. So if you can see, I am, so Lisa, doing well. It's Friday. I know. Love me some Fridays. Okay. Just let me say good morning to my group. Good health. Gems. All right. How is everyone doing today? Is it me? Or did August slow down? Is it me? We can't get through August. I mean, that Lionsgate, which I think we're still in Lionsgate, by the way. That Lionsgate portal just slowed August right down. What? You told me I would get job offers by the end of this month, and they are coming in. Oh my God. I'm so excited for you, Marlene. August did slow down. I was thinking about that yesterday. Like, what happened? It did slow down, right? It's only August 26th, and I'm like, we should be done with August already. Not to discount any of the birthdays. I'm just saying August should have happened already. Like, why are we doing this? Somebody tell me why we're doing this. Why are we this way? January, boom. February, boom. May, boom. April, June, boom, boom. August, slow down. You felt that way about July too? Oh my God. It was kind of miserable in July. I was like, July, please leave. I was miserable during cancer season. I was like, Lord, have mercy. Cancers just cry all day. My God. Cancers walk around like the blue people. Am I lying, cancers? Happy? Sad? Happier? Don't be mad at me, cancers. Sissy Pooh is cancer, so every time I talk to her, I'm like, why are you crying? Because I'm happy. Okay. No, I'm going to do a video on this. We are not in Mercury retrograde. We are in something much worse. We are in Uranus in retrograde. In retrograde. Uranus in retrograde. And let me tell you something. You thought Mercury in retrograde was a non-communicative fighting, you know, you don't get along with your boss, you don't get along with your partner. Let's not even talk about the children, right? No. Mercury, you'd rather be in Mercury retrograde right now. This is Uranus in Mercury retrograde. Why do we keep saying that? So we have been Uranus in Taurus for the past 3 years, right? And that has brought on COVID, inflation, gas prices. Uranus goes after Taurus's fixed sign of staying where you're at because it suits me. It's a fixed sign. So it doesn't matter if it's corrupt. It doesn't matter if it's fair. It's workable, right? Not that Taurus are immoral people. It's not like that. It's the fixed sign of Taurus. And money. And it works for me. So if it works for me, leave me alone, right? That's Taurus. Uranus comes in and Uranus goes, hey, Taurus, you know, there's a lot of things that you're not doing right. So how about if we get rid of this? Like somebody that comes in and goes through your closet and you've had the clothes for 10 years. And you're like, how long have you had this? 10 years. This is out of style. Boom, gets rid of it. And you're like, huh, don't do that. And Uranus goes, no, I'm going to do it. We're going to clean out this closet. We're going to clean out this house. We're not living this way anymore, right? You're dying inside. Because it's not a bad thing that you're hoarding. But Uranus says, I need freedom. I don't want any blockage. Let's get rid of this shit. And don't buy new shit. Right? And if you buy new shit, we're going to do it better. Right? We're not going to buy the most expensive, you know, Bergdorf Goodman, Bloomingdale's, Nordstrom's. No. We're going to buy knockoff stuff, and we're going to learn to be happy with knockoff stuff, right? And then once you adjust to what Uranus language is for you, then you're like, oh, this is so much better. Like when COVID came and nobody could work. In the beginning, everybody was dying. They were like, I can't be with my husband. I can't believe my kids act this way. You raised them, right? But the more you stayed out of work, the more you enjoyed your rotten kids, right? You're like, oh my God, this is so much fun to stay home and be with my babies. And I realized they were rotten because I wasn't there. I was getting them dressed, getting them breakfast, sending them off to the school bus, driving them to school. I didn't have responsibility for them for like 12 hours. By the time I picked them up, we go through the drive-thru, Taco Bell, McDonald's. You ate. Did you do your homework during after school? You don't even do the homework with them half the times. Good. You did it? Good. Take your showers. Go to bed. We want to go to bed. I've had a hard day. Nobody asked me about my day. Am I stupid, boss? Go to bed. It's a 3-year-old you're talking to. Go to bed. As you have a wine glass in your hand. Uranus said, this is bullshit. shut this shit down. Readjust to something different. And all of a sudden, none of you motherfuckers want to go back into work. The president has to get on a blowhorn, and he has to say to you, get dressed and go to work. Because you liked what Uranus did ultimately. You respected it all of a sudden. You like your children. Some of you had to get divorced from your husbands. Some of you looked at your wives and be like, what the fuck? All right. Let's just divorce. That's also a byproduct. Because you guys weren't looking at each other. Good morning. Sex tonight? Can we schedule in sex? So, there's a high divorce rate in Japan, China, somewhere. High divorce rate in New York City. You guys did not like each other. I was dying. I'm like, Uranus is bringing out some shit. Politics. Uranus kicked out Trump. You all ain't had no choice but to vote for Biden. The energy field of Uranus was like, nope, nope, nope. And the thing about Uranus is that it's global. It's worldwide. Look at all the corrupt leaders. They are in trouble all over. India. France almost didn't get in. Boris Johnson had to quit. I mean, it's just bad. A lot of African leaders are in trouble right now because Uranus is like, no. So, I say that to say Uranus in Taurus is retrograde. Be afraid. Literally, everyone's going to get their tower moment. I don't even want to know. I tell everyone, this area, arena that we're in, everyone gets their COVID moment, right? I'm in my COVID moment right now. This thing that's happening right now, tower. Not that I want you to be scared, because I think what's happening here is that if you're ignoring things, then tower would come. That's what I think, but I'm not really sure. But follow Molly McCord. She explains it really well. If you want me to put it in a description, I will. She explains it so well. She explains it much better than me. Willa, I pulled the tower this morning. My August horoscope readings, almost every sign got the tower. And I couldn't understand it. I was like, why? Everybody got the tower. Even Leos, everybody got the tower. So that let me know there's a universal thing going on. If you're handling your areas, right, you don't get the tower. For instance, if you're drinking and you're not supposed to be drinking, if you're cheating, this is where Uranus will demand that you auto-correct yourself. Meanwhile, they're sending out warning signs. The universe always warned you, right? If you keep saying how much you hate your job, if you keep going to work like, oh my God, my job, as you're drinking your coffee, look at everybody like that, you're going to lose your job. Because you're telling the universe, I hate my job. You're going to lose your job. To top it off, it's a worldwide thing. So there was an FBI warning put out that there's going to be a lot of civil unrest in America. They just put out the warning. They're just like, yeah, it's going to be a problem. So as a country, we're going to be in a tower moment. Yeah, put simply, it means get your act together. But look at yourselves individually. Look at what you know, and you know what your problems are. I promise you, none of you are stuck. It's your favorite word to use. Tracey, I feel stuck. You're not stuck. None of you are stuck. What are your concerns? My job. What don't you like about your job? My boss. What is your boss doing so badly that it's giving you anxiety? What usually happens is, hold on. What usually happens is nothing is as bad as it seems. Let me tell you something. If you were guaranteed to lose your job tomorrow, you knew it today. But if you knew that changing your attitude could make a bigger difference, would you change your attitude? Do you really want to lose your job? Or do you really just want to complain out loud because that's what the masses do? People that want to lose their job, people that hate their job, leave. They start looking, or one day I had a client the other day, I was so proud of her. She's like, Tracey, I gave him my 2-week notice. And I was like, good for you. And she goes, then the woman said, I accept your 2-week notice. And that made me more mad. So I told her, I quit right now. You're just going to quit. When you really, really cannot stand your job. When you really cannot stand your job and there's discrimination, sexual harassment, you would file a complaint. Period. If Tower is going to come by way of me losing my job, all these motherfuckers are going to get their tower with me. Do you understand? Right. It's not until you can afford to leave. I'm saying, look for another job. When you're serious, you get the fuck out. And that's on a dime. Relationship issues, because your job is one of your biggest relationships. If you can't handle your job and the emotions that go on, and you don't know when to leave, you can't handle relationships. People don't leave relationships, and it's bad. It's bad. And people don't know how to leave. They make themselves stuck. They make themselves feel stuck. When it really is that simple. We have this card called the devil card. Oh, I didn't bring my cards out here. We have this, oh, I do have it. It's behind me. We have this card called the devil card. And it's one big, massive devil, right? And 2 people are right here. And they got these big chains around their neck. And they're naked. Naked meaning your drug problem, your alcohol problem, your relationship issues. The devil knows all. I know everything. So I know how to keep you tied and bound, right? But isn't it funny that God knows all too? But the devil knows all too? But the devil uses his to keep you close to him and the issue and the problem. The funny thing about the chains that's around the devil is that you could take the chains off. It turns out being close to the devil is a choice. You don't have to be dependent on drugs, alcohol, sex addiction, gambling, prescription drugs. You don't have to. Is it going to be hard like hell to get rid of it? Yeah. years and years of abuse, it is hard. Is it going to be hard like hell to leave your job? Not really. Just look for another job. That's an option. That's the way of taking the chains off. Is it going to be hard like hell to leave a relationship? Oh, yes. Especially if you got a narcissist motherfucker or woman, right? The worst. Women are the worst because they hide behind their femininity and their sexuality, right? But that's not the point. The point is you can plot your way out of a relationship. I did. I stayed. First, I studied him for 6 months. That doesn't come home till 2. Noted. Didn't say 2 words to him. When he did come home early, I was like, what are you doing home? Because I was already over it. I was like, what are you doing home? Oh, I can't come home? I can't come home? And I was like, oh, got it. Motherfucker likes to argue. And I was like, no, you can. Of course you can come home. Went right to my bedroom. Of course you can come home. Went right to my bedroom because I wasn't about to argue with the mofo. I was leaving. But I studied him for 6 months because I wanted to make sure if I was going to do this, I was going to end this. Never had a regret. Oh, thank you, Willa. Willa goes, I love listening to you. You always make me think from a different perspective. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Hold on. I think my Keurig is trying to break. Hold on. I think my motor's trying to break. Hi, Magic Mermaid. Yes, work that Buddhist detachment, Tracy. Oh, didn't know it had a name. The lower self. Yes, true. How much abuse can you suffer before you leave? That includes work. See, employers already know they got you by the balls. They already know it. Why do you think the system was set up against you? Why do you think that Biden has to give you $10,000, which should be more, in student loan relief? The system was always stacked against you. The minute you graduated from high school. Always. If you graduate from high school and you don't go to college, and you tell people you didn't go to college, then you're looked down upon. Oh, you didn't? Those that went to college feel very smart. You get out of college, you're working minimum wage jobs for the most part, and collectively. If you happen to get a job that'll pay you halfway decent, like $35,000, when you break that down, it's nothing per hour. Especially depending upon how many hours they make you work. And then if you don't do the overtime, which isn't included in your salary in some cases, then they threaten you and threaten you and threaten you. It could be 2 years of writing you up and threatening you to lose your job. You're now a basket case. You can't quit your social working job. You got loans to pay off. The system was set up against you. Then to top it off, they go, oh, you have a job? You really should be buying a house. And in some markets, the house is $750,000. What? And then we get to COVID 2020 and everything's shut down. And I get phone calls, 50-year-olds, 50 are still paying off their student loans. 50. Half of your adult life after college, more than your adult life after college, you're still paying off student loans and a mortgage, and you brought a Mercedes to look like you got money. red bottom shoes you got? How many? Mm-hmm. It's always been stacked against you. But then COVID came along during Uranus and Taurus, and now you all are rethinking. You're rethinking your relationship with your bosses, your husbands, your wives. You're like, there's got to be better out there. So now we're in Uranus in Taurus retrograde. Those who've been sitting too long making a decision, decisions will be made for you. And you don't want that shit. You don't want that shit. Mm-hmm. And it's here for 6 months, guys. So don't think you're going to be in the clearing. You're like, oh, Tracey, I never had a problem during, Uranus retrograde. I'd be like, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Usually the last week, boom. Bill Gates didn't finish college. Sonia, what? My mother was so ashamed to tell people what I did for a living. What did you do for a living? Nobody understood what I was doing for a living. No one. They were like, what do you do? I had to change it for a while because I kept getting cursed out. Women, grown-ass women used to curse me out. Some men too. I'm a psychic. Does the devil work? Yeah. I disagree with them. You do the devil's work? Yeah. Ciao. Ciao. What literally came up in your reading? Oh, I'm hot. Let me see something. The morning sun is going to kill. Get away from me, morning sun. I love you. Oh, so much better. And it looks prettier. So, after you read them for filth, what do you mean? You enlighten. Devil's word. Good morning, Real Talk. Hi, Ura. Wow, shaking my head. Hi, Miss Shea Florida. I'm going to get my bat today, child. Shaking my head, when you put it like shaking my head, they never wanted us, never. Making people a slave to the system. Aren't you used to being a slave? They gave you what you were used to. I'm not talking to white folks. I'm talking to black folks. They gave you what you had always known. You've only known slavery in America. They just changed the game on you. Slave to the system for the rest of our lives, praying for loans. Talking about loans, right? And education. The nursing education, one of the biggest scams out there. They make you jump over hoops and bounds to get that nursing degree. It never used to be like that. All you needed, well, first of all, every hospital had a school for nursing. They cut that shit because that was way too easy and way cheaper. Then they made you, I can't remember now. You could get a 1-year vocational nurse degree, but that was simple to get again. That was a year's worth of education. But then that meant you can walk around the same in a hospital as a registered nurse who worked hard for her degree. That's not me saying it. That's the nurses that you work with, right? So then they were like, we don't like that. Because a lot of minorities went into vocational nursing. And they were like, we don't like that. So then vocational nursing went up to 2 years. So the school system, I can't believe I did this. So the school system makes bank off of you. Mm-hmm. I mean, the nursing system is corrupt. Corrupt. Hold on, let me answer this. You know? Do you guys agree? Do they still allow you to do nursing in high school or some sort of training? Hell no. Anybody answer that question? Hell no. The vocational schools changed the game for LPN. Interesting. But do you see what I mean? How they changed it on you, especially when too many blacks were getting into it? It's just fucked up. That program is hard. Yes, I worked in, you see, Messenger knows. Yes, I worked in nursing student recruitment. You know. They kept changing the game. The more minorities got in, the more they changed the game. They didn't want you educated. They didn't want you in the system. One thing about black folks, though, won't we rise? Won't we rise? We might have a lot of student debt, but you couldn't keep black people down. Interesting, right? And that was their biggest regret. They couldn't keep us down. I'm not sure any other race would have survived and keep moving forward. Seriously. Oh yeah, CNA is another thing. They make you have this whole certification to change somebody's ass. It's a job, people. You don't need certification. But they make you go to some certification class so that the system can make money off of you. It's just crazy. Ebony, Ebony, are you signing up for Jason's class? Are you the one? If you and RN start teaching CNA classes, you can make, if you're an RN and start teaching CNA classes, you can make $200,000 a year. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Okay, thank you, sweetie. I'm trying to find an Ebony that's that signed up for Jason's class. ISIS, 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 ISIS. Hell no, I'm an RN. What does that mean? What's hell no mean? You're welcome, Dory. Thank you, Ebony. Hi, Crystal Love. What does hell no mean, sweetie? Cut the bullshit, Wayman. Yes, some community college programs don't even prepare their student nurses well. Really? And nursing college and other LPN courses will cost you $1,500 for a semester. But if you take it out of vocational now, they'll charge you $22,000 for the year. By the way, I would not enter into a CNA program as a gateway for nursing. I wouldn't. You're not going to get my money as a CNA and then tell me to start all over again for nursing. Just go straight into nursing. Sacrifice. Go straight into nursing. Go get a job at Walmart. Go straight into nursing. Don't do the gateway. The gateway is to eventually get you not to go into nursing. I know some people started out as a CNA, took them 11 years to become a nurse. Doesn't make sense. I'd rather see you sacrifice early on while you're young, go to school, and suffer that way. Not suffer for 11 years because the system sets you up. And counselors are the nicest ones. They're like, well, actually, it would be better if you take the nursing aid program because that gets you in the door. Fuck that. Yeah, that's what they do when you graduate with an associate. They always tell you there's something that you're missing, so take more courses because they don't want you there. Thank you, Messenger. Just get your degree in nursing. CNA is fine, don't get me wrong, but don't accept the CNA program because you want to be a nurse. Just get into a nursing program and you'll have your degree. Exactly. Thank you, Messenger Design. Can't make $200,000 as a CNA teacher. I think she's not lying. I don't think she's lying. I think if you have a school, you can milk the system. I don't think that was a lie. Yes. I don't know what you mean by security officer, but yes, I guess all these got to get this license, that license. I guess that's what you mean, right? Sky! Hey, everybody. Good health and good morning, beautiful souls. Good morning, Sky. Beautiful conundrum. 2-year RN can open up a CNA business. All right. I mean, whatever. We're not going to argue about how much a CNA business could make. Sophia says, good morning, Sky. How are you feeling? Look at everyone. Oh, really, Red Roses? Really? Huh. I might have to start a business plan. All right, everyone. Some of our candidates have to take additional courses. Yeah. So how did we get on that? We got on that because Uranus in Taurus is retrograde. That's how we got on this topic. Boom. So, Molly McCord on YouTube. She's one of my fan favorites. We talk about her in group. Go watch her, Uranus and Taurus in retrograde. And listen intently. Because if there are some adjustments you need to be making, make the adjustments. Again, I'm back to people that have vices. Now's not a time to keep up your vice. You're gonna get caught. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get a DUI. You're gonna wind up. Look at Anne Heche. Look at the other nurse. We still don't know what happened with that other nurse. Sky says, hey, my love, at Miss Shay, at Miss Sophia, at Magical Mermaid. Blessed and highly favored. All right. I should do a reading on... Should I do the horoscopes? No. I don't want to do the horoscopes on Uranus and Taurus because it's going to be doom and gloom. August was doom and gloom. I think I already did it. I just didn't know what I was doing. I think I'll listen to August readings. Please. So I sent myself the information. let me do my job. I am your YouTube CNN correspondent. I am officially the only one on YouTube that gives you the psychic news the way I see it. CNN did not hire me, so it's unofficial. Messenger, with COVID, we're all going to die. If you wasn't scared of COVID, child, you should not be scared of anything. Learn to listen to bad news so that you can make the necessary adjustments. No more blind. No, we're not operating this way. No, Tracey, I don't want to see. I don't want to see. No, get your psychic readings and be well prepared now. No, this ain't 2019, sweetie. This ain't Kansas no more. Learn to know what the fuck is coming to you so that you can be prepared. And you can sit back and go, see that mountain break right there? Tracey told me that mountain's going to break. I already knew it. When 9/11 happened, I told my auntie, I said, there's fire coming from I told my auntie, I said, there's fire coming from the top of the building. And she's like, what fire? I was like, I don't know. I said, maybe it's your apartment complex, but there's fire coming from the top, and it's going to trickle down. And there's going to be so much water damage. I remember just seeing water damage. It's going to be so much water damage, and it's going to come down. I said, nothing's going to be salvageable. I said, but take what you value and get it out the house, right? I didn't know I was looking at 9/11. My gift wasn't strong enough. I could see, but I didn't know how to interpret. It was 9/11. So sad. So, you don't be scared if I tell you something's going to happen at your job. Look for another job now. You're not allowed to be scared. You don't know if I'm seeing an active shooter. You don't be scared of me. You get the information so that you could know what to do, because it's your spirit guides that are talking to me. I'm their mouthpiece. You don't want to listen? The spirit guides are going, oh man, we tried, Tracey. I'm like, I know I tried. I don't think she's going to listen. You always going to call me back. You're going to be like, okay. I didn't know it, but I left on time. I just found out everybody at my job got a pink slip. And we will celebrate instead of being fearful. Fear is not allowed in the metaphysical world. We power up when fear shows. Oh, you fear? Well, I'm a warrior. Which one? Oh, you want to take my house down? Okay. It's okay. Thank you, Sky. Take heed and get prepared. Yes. Especially now. You guys can't smell the change, right? Don't be scared of me. Don't be scared of the future. Be scared of your crazy ass neighbor that has a gun. Do you understand? Don't be afraid of spirit. Spirit ain't got nothing on humans. Hi, Terry D. So he's just like, what's up there? You know what I tell when bad spirits come to me? I'm like, all them bad souls out there, you came to visit me? Go find that murderer. Don't stay here. No. Oh, God. All right. I do feel better over here. I feel, you notice I have not used my washcloth yet. My air conditioner is behind me. It's blowing on me. I got the fan diagonal here. It feels better over here. This is my new table, guys. I haven't shown you. I gotta take a picture of the living room so you guys could see. This is my new table that you guys allowed me to purchase. Thank you. Don't stay here. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. We don't stay where good souls live. No. Bye. All them murderers out there. You think it's okay to come through the portal in my fucking house. Doors open. Get out. Uh-uh. I like that, demon. Go find your people. I be watching some of them scary movies. I'm like, this shit, they not allowed to stay in your house. No. Get. Listen, you know whose house? Start pointing out people you don't like. Uncle Ray Ray. Go to Uncle Ray Ray's house. He be doing some shit. 324 Sycamore. Go to Uncle Ray Ray's house. Mm-hmm. Now, right now, go investigate Uncle Ray Ray. You tell me what the fuck he's doing in the house. Oh, yes, there were 97 folks in the feed. Please subscribe. My subscribership is growing. I'm so honored. Please like, please share. If you want your own psychic readings, 213-458-7408. All right? Got openings today, got openings tomorrow. And I leave Sundays open for emergencies. I've decided I'm not against doing readings on Sundays. I just want to leave readings open for emergencies. The lighting is beautiful. The lighting is much better, right? Oh my God, the way that natural light reflects off your skin is giving Black Girl Magic glow. Oh, thank you. Will is like, oh my God, Tracy, my dad's name is Ray Ray. Of course it is. What black man you don't know in somebody's family name ain't Ray Ray? Listen, I feel better now because I will be talking to fear and anxiety. I didn't ask for you. Get out. Very good. Very good. You can't host in my body. Get out. Sky, the math ain't mathing. 20 likes, 95 people, the math ain't. 99 people, press the like button. I have to rewatch. I missed half the show, actually. It's okay. Laugh my ass off. Fear is low vibrational and that chaotic energy out the window. Listen, I get my own readings. And when I get readings, I listen. Last year, everyone kept saying tower, 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 but no one could explain what the tower meant. I do know now that had they explained, I do know now that because I'm psychic, right? So psychic knows psychic, right? Spirit knows psychic. So the gifted artist couldn't help but pull the tower, right? But would not give them what the tower was. And that's the thing that made me panic. And I'm like, how do we get this far where you could pull the tower? No one could explain it. I've gone to my trainees in group. to a tea leaf reader, to Jason. Everyone kept pulling the tower. In hindsight, I do realize that if I had known the tower, I wouldn't have faced the tower. I would have stopped the tower. I have that power to stop the tower. Whereas God wanted me to step into the brokenness so he wouldn't tell anyone that it was my son. And then the tower hit. And I was like, oh, this is it. The minute was happening. I was like, this is it. And good for God. And good for spirit. And good for energy. Because had they told me, I would have fixed it. It wasn't my job to fix. It was my job to look at and make the necessary adjustments. Now, whether it hurts or not, that's not God's problem. God's like, it's gonna hurt, and I got better things for you to be doing. You need to see what you need to see. We got things to do, Tracy. I'm like, okay. Can I be depressed for a while? A little while? Can I just like sit this out for like 6 months? All right, be depressed. All right. I understand. You're human. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Good for you, living lovely, feeling lovely. Good words. Good words. Good name. That's why our government is always on some BS, trying to get us to operate in fear. Every week, it's some doom and gloom going on. Mm-hmm. Every week at your job is some doom and gloom. You go to work and you're like, what happened? Again? I didn't do this right again? But I did it the way you told me to do it. I think. Like, your job will make you feel crazy. I think I did it the way. That's not what you said? I'm highly educated. I actually know what you said, verbatim. That's not what you said? I could get written up? I could get disciplined? Because it's something you told me to do? What kind of cockamamie jail is this? Look at Sky counting the likes. 37 likes. 94 people. I'm just saying. Sky says, like is a way of saying thank you. That's so true, Sky. Thank you. And sending high energy currency. Yes. Ryan. Ryan goes, my job makes me feel crazy. Ryan, you know you ain't crazy. Stop it. Messenger says, as Doom says, fear is the mind killer. Conquer the fear and you will find yourself. Because they instill fear within their people. Right. So, one last thing I'm going to talk about. I think, Sky, I sent it in the group about food. No, I sent it in the group about the shot. The 2020 shot. That the 2020 shot is made to weaken your aura. So that you don't think. So, because that's what they want. They want zombies. This is really, we're really in the Matrix right now. And they don't want you to wake up. They don't want you to ever be anything more than zombies. Now, that's not a black thing. That's a human race thing. They want you to enjoy fear. So that's why it's important to start becoming more metaphysical. Because when you're metaphysical, fear's not, it's not a thing anymore. But it takes training not to have fear. Right? It takes training to see something out there and go, what the hell? What the hell? But know that because you have restructured your vision, your literal vision, you can start to see things. You can start to see that your plants in your house are talking. You can start to see dogs act human. You guys have seen your dog starting to act human, right? I remember years ago with my cat, we were watching, my son and I were watching Reagan's funeral. The cat was watching Reagan's funeral with us. And I looked at my son and I was like, is he watching the funeral? The cat was like this to the TV. Didn't even notice that we were talking about it. Because usually when you're metaphysical, you could see things and the cat goes, I'm not watching your funeral, stupid. The cat didn't even notice. It was so enamored by the funeral. It was like, and I looked at my son, I was like, is he watching the funeral with us? Mm-hmm. Yes, not surprising. I'm working on a better spiritual connection and communication with my daily rituals. Yes, and Tunisia, the fact that you're trying to invest in herbal care is the very thing that's going to help you. Mm-hmm. Hi, Leah Moore. The CDC just stated that the unjabbed have the same immunity. Winning! I won! I won! I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! The CDC just stated that the unjabbed have the same immunity as the jabbed. Therefore, we were right because we refuse to fall into the scare tactic. You are right. It's spiritual. I love knowing that. Thank you for that announcement. Cut the Bull says, yep, I believe it. Half my household is vaxxed, half isn't. I got it, they didn't. Some of us have to be vaxxed for our job, though, right? So, for those of you that are spiritual, listen to what I'm saying. Those of you that are spiritual and have to be preserved for something better and was forced to take the vax, they're fine. Mm-hmm. I noticed that. Those of you that were spiritual and had to invest in taking a vax because fucked up jobs thought it was okay to universally tell people they would lose their job if they didn't take the vax. You can't have the job if you didn't take the vax. Those that were metaphysical didn't get one single residual issue. Sit on that. Sit on that. Ooh, were you able to fight it as a federal employee? You're lucky. Messenger. There's no such thing as a class action lawsuit with this shit. Don't even think about it. Nope. They already admitted that they fucked up. They said, we fucked up. That's the most you're going to get out of these people. We screwed up. All right. Can I do my job? Let's see. Primaries. Ugh. The primary season continued Tuesday with elections in Wisconsin, Vermont, Minnesota, Connecticut. One of the most closely watched races. Let me see. Do I have the right date? I don't know. What the fuck? I can tell right now that wasn't the right date. CNN. Five things. Let's see. 5 things you need to know today. That's it. Is it this 26 already? Yes. Okay. 5 things you need to know for August 26th. Let me put it up here. Mar-a-Lago, Ukraine floods. Cell service. Did anybody get an invite to Apple's new thing? There's an invite out there. So they could tell me that I shouldn't have invested in the Apple. There's a new Apple coming out. I already know it. Scientists have long wondered about doppelgangers. Now, y'all know about doppelgangers. People who look alike but have no actual family connections. Now, some researchers believe they can explain why unrelated people resemble each other. Plus, according to a study, there's probably someone in the world who looks like you. And they may even share your same behavior traits. I think it's because we are related, to be honest with you. Here's what you need to know to get caught up. Mar-a-Lago. The Justice Department has a deadline of noon today to release a redacted version of the Mar-a-Lago warrant. That affidavit lays out why investigators believe there was probable cause that crimes had been committed by the former president. All right, I'm over it. I don't care. Ukraine. Ukraine's nuclear power plant. Ukraine's nuclear power plant, which is occupied by Russian forces, was disconnected from the country's power grid for the first time on Thursday because of increased shelling by Putin. On Thursday, backup diesel generators were activated to avert a radiation disaster. If the diesel generations hadn't turned on, if the automation on staff of the plant had not reacted after the blackout, then we would already be forced to overcome the consequences of radiation accident. You know what, guys? You know what I want you to do? So, I want you guys to silently talk to the Russian soldiers and tell the Russian soldiers to just walk away. Go on Ukraine's side of the territory and just walk away. Tell the Russian soldiers that if anything happens to the nuclear plant, their own families will die. It's not that you're making Ukrainians suffer. It depends upon where the air blows. And the air could very blow into Russian land. I don't understand how Putin could ever think attacking the nuclear plant is safe. I think he's on a suicide mission. I think that he's very physically sick, and I think that he doesn't care about you Russian soldiers or his Russian people. I think he's very much like our former president, Dump. And I want you all to silently talk to the Russian soldiers and tell them, don't follow these orders anymore. Give in, give up, and go on the Ukrainian side rather than continue killing people. I hear you when you say it's an order. I'm telling you, you don't want this. Okay, guys? Try to talk to the Russian soldiers in your mind's eye. All right? Just vision yourself talking to a Russian soldier inside, talking to a pilot, talk to the soldiers in the tanks, talk to the soldiers on the land that are throwing missiles toward the nuclear plant. Just talk to them softly and tell them it's okay to stop. It's okay not to do this. It's okay to defect. What is it, defect or deflect? Tell them they don't have to do this anymore. They don't have to listen to Putin. I think if we all collectively started talking to the Russian soldiers, I think we could reach the Russian soldiers' hearts. And I think we can get them to say, I'm not doing this war with you, Putin. That's it. Nuclear power is like a bullet. It has no name. He's so nefarious and negative. And it could very well, like, you don't know God, Putin. You blow that nuclear plant up, the Ukrainians might have a glass bubble over them. And all of that stuff could go to Russia. I'm just saying. Floods. Record rainfall and flash floods in Mississippi have stranded residents. Ooh, child, the Midwest is dying. This is the South now. Washed away roads and derailed a train this week. The city of Jackson, Mississippi, picked up more than 5 inches of rain Wednesday, setting a record as the wettest August day the city has ever experienced. Why is this happening? This feels like spirit bothering me. Stop it. Separately, at least 33 million people have been affected by deadly floods in Pakistan. What? And, all right, we really need to stop. And the worst humanitarian disaster of their decade. Since June, 937 people have died from rain and flooding across South Asian countries. What? Cell service. SpaceX, Tesla, and T-Mobile want to beam cell service to most places in the U.S., including some of the most remote areas of the country that traditionally have not been touched by wireless connectivity. The idea is to use SpaceX internet business to provide an extra layer of connectivity to certain cell phones where service is limited. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has billed it as a mission to save lives, as it could provide people with connectivity in emergency situations, such as when hiking in remote areas. The companies plan to roll out beta testing by the end of the year. It remains to be seen how effective the partnership will be and how many wireless customers will benefit. SpaceX doesn't get along with anybody, T-Mobile. So go ahead and invest in SpaceX. And then he'll start complaining that T-Mobile has too many bots. Watch. Watch. Gas cars. All right, California wants to get rid of gas cars by 2035. Boom. Story over. All right. Oscar Mayer is now selling frozen wiener pop. I can't. Restaurant features new dishes every month delivered by refugee chefs. Oh, that's cool. The Majesty looking back on 50 years of the Hard Rock Cafe. Whatever. Apple is expected to unveil a new generation of which Okay, answer this question. Apple is expected to unveil a new generation of which popular product early next month. That's what I'm invited to next month. Something with Apple. I think it's going to be iPhone. What do you think? I'm looking it up right now. Due to the rising cost of living in the U.S., a growing number of people are fleeing their expensive cities in search of cheaper rent and better quality of life abroad. Where are many Americans moving to? Mexico City. Okay, let's take this test. Are you guys ready? Due to the rising cost of living in the U.S., a growing number of people are fleeing their expensive cities in search of cheaper rent and a better quality of life. Where are many Americans moving? Hong Kong, Mexico City, London, Montreal. Don't move to London. Trust me. Don't move to Hong Kong. They can't get rid of COVID in the Asian world. It's going to be Mexico City or Montreal. Because I'm close to California, I'm going to say Mexico City. Let's see. Mexico City. Take the test with me, everyone. What ancient find was uncovered? Oh, I know this one. I'm sorry. I do the news. I listen to my own news. What ancient find was uncovered in a Texas riverbed this week? We talked about it. Rare pink diamonds, a prehistoric village, dinosaur tracks, a Viking ship. Give me an answer. Diamonds, prehistoric village, dinosaur tracks, a Viking ship. Dino bones! Dino bones! Yay! All right. Number 3. Get your thumbs ready. Get your thumbs ready. Which country debuted the world's first hydrogen-powered passenger train this week? I don't know this one. Which country? It ain't the U.S. I'm already not. I'm not saying the U.S. Germany, France, the U.S., Sweden. I'm gonna say Sweden. Oh, you guys are behind. You guys are delayed. Germany. All right, Teresa. Teresa says Germany. I'm going to go with Sweden. Sweden. I'm going to say Sweden, too. As for Sweden, no! Germany! Who said Germany? Did somebody say Germany? Wait. Teresa, you were correct. All right, listen to this. Get your thumbs ready. Can you imagine me being a teacher? Get your thumbs ready right now. Take out that pencil right now. Get your thumbs ready. A British Belgium teenager became the youngest person to fly around the world solo in a small aircraft. How old was he? Remember, he's solo, right? Was he 13, 15, 17, 19? There's no 14. Listen to the question, students. Mike, God, people. 13, 15, 17, or 19? You know, I'm looking at y'all's answers, so it's kind of like cheating because I really don't know this one. I'm I'm stuck between 17 and 19. The reason why I want to say 19 is because he would be a man legally in any, country. 17, if something were to happen, they can sue the government. So I'm gonna okay. Ah, I'm gonna say 19. Incorrect. 17-year-old Mac Rutherford set a world record Wednesday. So nobody said 17. We were wrong. We were all wrong. You were all wrong. I was rooting for you. All right, 5. All right, here we go. Which member of the get your thumbs ready? Which member of the Biden administration tested positive for COVID-19 for the second time this month? I know this one. Is it First Lady Jill Biden, Secretary Anthony Blinken, Vice President Kamala Harris, Attorney General Merrick Garland? I know this one. Okay. All right. You all got it. The wife, Jill. First Lady Jill Biden. And that's why the CDC was like, child, Biden got it twice, the president, the wife got it twice. Jabs and unjab are equal. That's why. Merrick Garland, no! All right. There's 2 more. This is Apple. Apple is expected to unveil a new generation of which popular early product early next month? Apple is expected to unveil a new generation of which popular product early next month? MacBook, iPad, Apple Watch, iPhone. I'll give you a clue. MacBook, iPad, Apple Watch, iPhone. I'm going to put iPhone. Crystal, let's see if you and I are correct. iPhone! Yay! Of course it's the iPhone. Of course. You know why? You know how I know it's the iPhone? Because they tricked us. They didn't trick me. I already knew. They didn't trick me. But you know what they did to me? Can I tell you what they did? They shut my phone down. My phone just stopped working. So I was forced to call Apple. And I was forced to get the phones that they were trying to get rid of, right? Remember? They were trying to get rid of this phone. Hold on. All in green, remember? They're trying to get rid of this phone, right? Remember? And then one of my group mates said, Tracey, they're getting rid of the phone because there's a new phone coming out. I was like, what? So I was trying to hold out for the new phone, right? But I couldn't because they shut my phone down. They shut my phone down, bastards. All right. Is that the end? Okay, last one, I think. Oh, no, there's more. Get your thumbs ready. President Biden, what is this? Come up, work with me. Oh, man. No, I can't do it. All right. What's happening? happening? Oh, I gotta do it over again. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. President Biden on Wednesday announced a new student loan relief. Millions of borrowers in the U.S. How many loan forgiveness will some eligible borrowers be able to receive? Actually, is it 5,000, 20,000? Let's stop there. Can I give you the answer? Do you know the answer? 8. Rents in the U.S. recently hit a record high for the 17th month in a row. Which of the following U.S. cities saw the biggest increase compared to a year ago? I already know this answer. Miami, Nashville, Los Angeles, or Seattle? I was going to say Los Angeles, but Los Angeles was already high. I think it's going to be Nashville. 20,000. Thank you, Christy. Get your pen. Get your thumbs ready. Get your thumbs ready. Rent in the U.S. hit a record high for the 17th month in a row. Which of the following U.S. cities saw the biggest increase compared to a year ago? Miami, Nashville, Los Angeles, or Seattle? Okay, we're all over the place today. I'm going to choose Nashville, but the answers are Seattle, Miami, Nashville, Seattle, Miami, Nashville. I'm going to choose Nashville. Miami? Miami. I thought Miami was always expensive anyway. All right. Reset. Get your thumbs ready. This is the longest quiz ever. Why were some Kia and Hyundai SUVs recalled this week? Fire risk, seatbelt malfunctions, defective tires, faulty airbags. It wasn't faulty airbags. It wasn't defective tires. I think it was fire risk. Fire. L. Williams says fire too. Fire, risk, seatbelt malfunction, defective tires, faulty airbags. Tina says airbags. I know the TikTok one. Yeah, that. Oh, but it's not listed here as an option. But I do remember it was mostly Kia, right? Fire risk due to tailgate. I'm gonna press fire risk. It's fire risk. Yes, for the Hyundai Palisade and Kia Telluride. All right, last question. Get your thumbs ready. Last question. Which highly anticipated show brought in a whopping 10 million viewers for its first episode this week? Which highly anticipated show brought in a whopping 10 million viewers? Was it She-Hulk, The Sandman, House of Dragon, The Bear? House of Dragon, Kiona? House of Dragon. House of Dragon. Everybody says House of Dragon. House of Dragon. What else you got, everyone? House of Dragon. Sandman. I love the Sandman. Okay. I don't know this one. I would have chosen the Sandman because I am watching the Sandman right now. But I'm going to put House of Dragon. House of Dragon! All right, everyone. My good friend Jason. Is having an online course to communicate with your pets. It will be tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's only $10. Please contact Jason D. McKean at yahoo.com. That's also his PayPal to pay, Jason D. McKean at yahoo.com on PayPal. Cash App is $ Jason Tarot Wizard. Venmo is Jason-McKean-1. Come join Jason's class tomorrow. You don't need tarot cards, but you will still get a reading on a question on your pet. But if you have tarot cards, come to the class and bring your cards. Come join us for a very good event on how to communicate with your animals. I love that Jason created this. I will be there tomorrow. I'm so excited to participate in this. Your Pet Connection, a tarot exploration of the connection between you and your pets. Again, Jason's email address is jasondmckean@yahoo.com. That's also his PayPal account. All right, guys? If you need any more information, just contact me privately, and I'll pass this flyer on. All right. Sandman was good, but it can't beat out the house. That's too funny. That is hilarious. All right. Guys, I had so much fun today. Thank you for letting us talk about fear and Uranus and Taurus retrograde. I will put Molly McCord's YouTube. Listen to her YouTube and act accordingly. Be prepared. Don't be fearful. I love you guys. Take it easy. Bye. Call me for your own personal reading. Please press the like button and please join me. Subscribe and join. Take it easy. Bye.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and